Kemp, regular contributor here. Richard Kemp, thanks so much for your time. Max Hastings in the Times this morning. Max Hastings, former editor of The Telegraph, but perhaps more pertinently a war historian of great repute, a former war correspondent of great repute as well, says the time will come to negotiate.
I think the time will come when European countries and NATO countries do try and put pressure on Ukraine to come to terms with Vladimir Putin. I think, it's all very well to keep supplying a war that is already been going on for 2 weeks, but the longer it goes on, the more violent and vicious it gets. I think the more faint-hearted European countries will become. What they should be doing now, and what they should have been doing for a while, is to mobilise a huge amount of forces and deploy them into Eastern Europe. We've deployed a few, but it's not hardly worth mentioning, really. But not to tell Putin that we're not going to intervene in any circumstance. We should be keeping him guessing, and we should be using our military power to deter the kind of violence that he's about to launch.
Is there a danger with not ruling certain things out, though, Richard? We have ruled out a no-fly zone officially. That's the NATO position. That's the American position. Is that not right to rule it out? Because otherwise you risk, given how little it seems he's got to lose right now, you do potentially risk an escalation that takes us who knows where. Well, we know where, don't we? It ends with the mushroom cloud.
Well, of course, there are always problems and implications, unexpected or unintended implications in pretty much any action when a war is being fought. But I don't think it's right to reveal to someone like Putin the limits of what we're prepared to do. We should be prepared, if necessary, to intervene in Ukraine to prevent the bloodshed. And, for example, what happens if he does start using chemical weapons? Will we still keep out of it? I'm not advocating necessarily that Western forces should deploy into Ukraine, but I'm certainly advocating that we should not rule out the possibility we will, because I think it's only strength that deters people like Putin. Weakness and timidity and revealing our plans to him encourages him and provokes him to go from one extreme to the next.